Hello dear students, I am Assistant Professor Rushali Ahir, and in the fermentation technology part 2nd, we have already started with the streptomycin, and in this session we will learn in detail about the process of production of streptomycin at the industrial level. So let's start with the medium used for the production of streptomycin griseus strain, which is used for the production of streptomyces. So here the microorganism used for the production of streptomycin is the streptomycin griseus. Medium, it is basically a nutritive substance in which cultures are grown for the scientific purposes. So the culture medium for the streptomycin, it consists of starch, dextrine, glucose, glycerol, and other economically available material as a carbon source. Whereas as a nitrogen source, in the medium it includes natural agricultural byproducts like soybean meal, corn strip liquor, cottonseed flour, casein hydrolite, or yeast and its extracts. Inorganic nitrogen salts like ammonium sulfates and ammonium nitrates can also be used as a nitrogen source in the medium. Animal oils, vegetable oils, and other mineral oils can also be used in the medium. And a proper medium, it is designed by using all these raw materials for the production of streptomycin. Then we go for the inoculum development. Streptomyces griseus spores, which are maintained in the soil stock or lyophilized condition. Such lyophilized Escherichia spores are taken and inoculated in the medium, which helps in the sporulation process. And once the sporulation of Escherichia start, it helps in the buildup of mycelium inoculum. This mycelium inoculum is developed by increasing the amount of medium, and a proper seed culture is developed or inoculum is developed for the fermentation process. Once the inoculum development it is completed, then here basically for the production of streptomycin we use Hockenhull medium. The Hockenhull medium is used for the production of Escherichia. Here is the chemical composition of Hockenhull medium. It includes glucose in 2.5%, extracted soya meal 4%, distillers dried soluble 0.5%, sodium chloride 0.25%, and the pH of the medium it is adjusted between 7.3 to 7.5. Once a proper medium is designed and inoculum is developed, we start with the fermentation process. So here the medium is added in the fermentation tank. After the addition of the medium, it is properly sterilized, and then spores of Escherichia are inoculated into the medium to establish a culture with high mycelia biomass for introduction into the inoculum tank. Once the inoculation process is completed, the mycelium of the Escherichia starts generating, and with the production of mycelium, it initiates the fermentation process. Once the fermentation process starts, for the yield of production of streptomycin, the aeration and agitation is very important step for the proper mycelium production of Escherichia, which leads in the high yield of streptomycin. The temperature of the fermentation medium, it is adjusted between 25 to 30 degrees Celsius, and the pH is around 7 to 8, and the time required for the proper production of streptomycin, it is 5 to 7 days. So the process of fermentation here, it is carried out up to 5 to 7 days. Basically, the fermentation process for the production of streptomycin, it is completed in the 3 phases. So let's study all these 3 phases in detail. So the phase 1, in the first phase here, the actual production of streptomycin does not take place. It is the initial fermentation phase, and here a very little production of streptomycin may be observed. In the phase 1, there is rapid growth and production of mycelial biomass. Means in this process, the Escherichia, it rapidly grows and the mycelium production takes place. The proteolytic enzymatic activity of Escherichia releases ammonia from the soya meal, raising the pH of 7.5. Here what happens, once the mycelia of the Escherichia start producing, the Escherichia have the proteolytic enzyme, and these proteolytic enzyme, they act on the soya meal present inside the medium. When this proteolytic enzyme starts acting on the soya meal, there is a release of ammonium in the medium. When the release of ammonium takes place inside the medium, the pH of medium starts increasing from 7 to 7.5. This increase of pH is the characterization of the release of ammonia. Carbon nutrients of the soya meal are then utilized for the growth of Escherichia. Glucose is slowly utilized with the slight production of streptomycin. Then once the ammonium secretion is carried out and carbon source or the glucose is utilized by the Escherichia, the streptomycin production have been started. In the phase 2, the production of mycelium is decreased, or the little production of mycelium takes place in the phase 2. Here the glucose added to the medium and the NH3 released from the soya meal are consumed by the bacteria. In the phase 2, all the glucose and the NH3 or the ammonium from the soya meal, it is consumed by the bacteria, and the large scale production of streptomycin, it is carried out in the phase 2. Here pH of the medium, it remains constant during the phase 2 between the range of 7.6 and 8. 7.6 to 8 range, between this range the pH remains constant during the phase 2, where the mycelium production decreases and the consumption of glucose and the soya meal, it increases with the increased yield of streptomycin. Once the phase 2 is completed, then the process enters in the phase 3. This is the final phase of the fermentation process for the production of streptomycin. Here, all the media constituents are being utilized by the Escherichia. There is a depletion of carbohydrates present inside the medium, and at phase 3 the streptomycin production is decreased or stopped, and bacterial cell starts to lyse. Here the breakdown of bacterial cell takes place as all the nutrients inside the medium, it is consumed or depleted. So the production of the streptomycin also stops in the phase 3. The ammonium from the lysed cell, as in the phase 3 cell breaks, the ammonium is released from this lysed cell, which leads to increase in the pH. An increase in the pH above 8 indicates the streptomycin have been produced completely and the process of fermentation is being completed. So here the phase 3 stops and the final production of streptomycin it is completed. Once the streptomycin is completely produced, then we go for the downstreaming process, which includes recovery and purification of streptomycin. Here the mycelium is separated from the broth by filtration process, and the streptomycin is recovered in the filtrate. So the filtration process helps in the separation of mycelium as well as insoluble constituent present inside the broth. So the filtrate is then passed through the recovery process. This filtrate it is acidified. After acidification, it is filtered and then neutralized. Then this neutralized filtrate it is passed through the ion exchange chromatographic technique. Here basically cation exchange resins are used for the separation of streptomycin. Column containing cation exchange resin absorb streptomycin from the broth. Once the streptomycin it is absorbed by these cation exchangers, this column it is washed with the help of water, and after washing with the water, streptomycin it is eluted with the help of hydrochloric acid. Once the elution with the help of hydrochloric acid it is carried out, it is concentrated with the help of vacuum pump and it is completely dried by the process of evaporation. After evaporation process, the streptomycin it is dissolved in the methanol, and after dissolving the streptomycin in the methanol, it is filtered. After filtration process, the filtrate is collected, and in this filtrate acetone is added. Acetone helps in the precipitation of the streptomycin. The precipitate contains our antibiotic. This precipitate it is washed with the acetone and dried by using vacuum pressure or the evaporation process. After evaporation, the precipitate or the crystals of streptomycin, they are purified by again dissolving it in the methanol to form a pure sodium chloride complex. Further, by adsorbing antibiotic onto activated charcoal and eluting it with the help of acid alcohol, the streptomycin it is purified and then it is properly analyzed for its activity, packed and then used for the marketing purposes. So this is the complete production process of the streptomycin. Here you can see the flow chart of the production process of streptomycin, which includes both upstream and downstream process. Here you can see first the master culture, which is present inside the or the lyophilized culture of the Escherichia's. First we go for the inoculum development process, which includes the proper seed culture formation. Once the inoculum it is developed, then it is inoculated in the media containing fermental tank. After the inoculation process, the temperature is adjusted at 25 to 30 degrees Celsius and pH from 7.3 to 7.5. Proper aeration and agitation is provided and a complete fermentation process is done. After the completion of fermentation process, within 5 to 7 days, we go for the downstreaming process. The downstreaming process includes acidification, filtration, neutralization, then clarification of streptomycin. Then this streptomycin it is separated or eluted by using ion exchange reagent. Basically, cation exchangers are used for the elution of streptomycin. Once it is eluted, it is washed with the help of hydrochloric acid and then evaporation process is done. After the evaporation process, the proper crystals of streptomycin are formed with the help of crystallization process. Then it is passed with the vacuum oven. Then if still some impurities are remained, then they are washed with the help of water. Crystallization process is done. Crude sulfate it is removed, and once the purification it is completed or finished, it is passed through the seized filter. Afterwards it is freeze dried, filled in a particular vials. Then the further process of capping, labeling, packaging is carried out and finally it is dispatched in the market. So this is the exact flow chart of the production process of streptomycin. So here we complete with the production of streptomycin. Then what are the uses of streptomycin? It is basically used in the treatment of various diseases, as streptomycin it is a broad spectrum antibiotic. It is used for the treatment of diseases caused with the help of gram positive as well as gram negative bacteria. Basically, it is used against tuberculosis, plague, and veterinary medicines against gram negative bacteria. It can also be used in the production of various pesticides and fungicides, as well as in the production of various cell cultures and protein purification process. Streptomycin can be used. So this was all about the streptomycin production process at the industrial level. Here we conclude with the point of streptomycin production. Thank you.